Chintai was created to enhance the tokenization of real-world assets. The name Chintai actually means to rent or lease in Japanese, which is something of a nod to Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin. We very much have focused on Asia as our initial base of operations for building the initial platform and to attain licenses. We focused initially on Singapore because it's such a high quality jurisdiction with a very, very good regulator, and that enabled us to attain the CMS and RMO licenses in 2022. Beyond that, we now very much are seeing huge growth in Hong Kong and are therefore planning to establish a permanent presence there and work closely with the regulator and investment authority. And then in terms of the United States, there has been obviously a very big change in the political environment there. The likes of the SEC's change in stance is extremely attractive for us, and we're seeing huge commercial traction right now with clients in the US as well. So as such, we are definitely going to be applying for the broker-dealer ATS licenses there. And then in terms of the Middle East, as another region of great interest, we are also exploring now expanding into Dubai or Abu Dhabi as well. Chintai has very much been driven and led by the demands of the clients, who are the real innovators in this space. We've found that while Asia has been a fantastic initial base for us, particularly Singapore with its amazing regulatory environment, the clients themselves have been global in their nature. Because of that, for example, we've had VC funds that have wished to tokenize not just the active investments, but enable the investors themselves to secondary trade them in dynamic ways. We've got other clients that are tokenizing not just real estate itself, but the underlying rental yields too. So these are examples of client drivers, and they're occurring in many, many jurisdictions outside of Asia as well as in. The readiness of the entire tokenization market couldn't be better summarized than the head of BlackRock explaining that they are going all in on tokenization, and that their view is that every single financial asset by 2030 will be in a tokenized form and traded accordingly. What that really points to, along with the involvement of other major players like Goldman Sachs, is that this is not just a cottage industry. This is not just the crypto industry talking about the potential of this. This is very much now moved into the mainstream. And what that practically means is that every business which carries out anything related to financial products and transactions will eventually be using tokenization technology. White labeling in a regulated platform is incredibly powerful for businesses. It enables them to actually skip vast amounts of the development lifecycle and the risk associated with trying to build this kind of solutions and technologies in-house. And we've seen that with many companies in the asset management and investment management space who are actually utilizing our platform as a means upon which they can take a lead over many, many other rivals in tokenization and providing these services to their clients. What it also enables customers to do, though, is to benefit from the underlying network effects of a model of this nature. So every single time investors are onboarding in the thousands across the network, that increases their ability to distribute the products they're issuing. Asset managers are particularly utilizing our tokenization technology to enhance their ability to raise capital. For them, it's a very interesting opportunity to be able to make investment opportunities available and directly go out to high net worths, accredited investors, and in theory, right down to retail as well. So for them, it's enhancing their ability to raise capital. It's enhancing their ability to distribute globally as well. We are also very excited to be able to then interface with more and more blockchain protocols where they're able to handle our level of licensing and compliance as further distribution venues too. So this is becoming very, very powerful for asset managers. It's enabling them to actually build out their own distribution mechanism and mechanics and be able to own that process for the first time. Multifamily offices in particular have a very specific set of needs with regards to how they retain the high net worth investor base, and more importantly, how they appeal to a younger generation that are looking for more than just traditional assets. we're enabling them to actually be able to deploy fully branded white label investor portals where the underlying tokenization process is really very transparent for them as the issuer, but completely invisible for the end user. For them, it's very similar to just buying and selling investments as you would through a brokerage account. But what this is really translating into is that they're able to configure and customize precise investments for their underlying investor base. Chintai's competitive edge is definitely down to the fact that it's been architected by experts in finance and technology from the ground up since its inception. What that practically means, therefore, is that we took the difficult decision at the earliest stage to move every single facet of the trade lifecycle fully on chain. For example, on a public blockchain, what you were really seeing was tokens being held in a locked account and nothing else taking place on the chain at all. It was more a demonstration of that potential. What we have done, though, is to actually move the entire trade lifecycle on chain. And where that's so powerful is that it not only enables all of the underlying trade activity to be captured, it will enable us to enhance services to much higher levels with the likes of AI. We will be able to enhance trade performance, analytics, and reporting for our clients. But also, this is extremely powerful when it comes to the interconnectivity with many, many other blockchain protocols and partners from a distribution perspective too. You get the full breadth of efficiencies, and it enables liquidity to be sourced much more efficiently. It enables trade and analytics to be much more efficient too. People are incredibly important for the foundational success of any business, and the same is definitely true at Chintai. For us, we very much looked upon hiring the highest quality talent globally as an absolutely critical part of our success and strategy. We've therefore gone to every different jurisdiction and been very much focused on finding the best and ensuring that they add maximal value at every stage. Tokenization is already transforming the global financial system. It is being driven by global leaders like BlackRock and Goldman, and there is no longer any question as to whether or not where people are asking why. They are now asking how. And so what that translates into is solution providers such as ourselves being able to very, very rapidly meet with them, deploy a live environment or a test environment with a branded solution upon which companies are now able to experiment in a safe environment and really understand how this technology can maximally add value for them and how it's going to fit within a wider digital asset strategy. So I would certainly encourage anybody that is thinking about whether or not this technology fits within their wider corporate strategies to contact us, and we can help them understand how they can actually take this forward.